Greetings and welcome. This is Rajiv Makhni and the show is the Cell Guru Show. And I've got some really cool products for you. OnePlus T2 mid-year upgrade for OnePlus. Quite similar, the Nord 2 and the T2, but there are fundamental differences. Dimensity 1300 chipset, a camera is very different, and it's got some things even in the hardware. Worthy upgrade, we'll tell you. Then we'll move on to a phone that has blown everybody's mind. This is the Tecno Power 3. Around 11,000 rupees, 7,000 mAh battery, 6.9 inches full HD screen, good looking phone. How are they doing it at 11,000 rupees? Then we'll do our big comparison. This is what you always want from us. The OnePlus Nord 2T versus the Poco F4 versus the Mi 11X. Performance of all three at par, 4500 mAh battery. The Nord 2T does come with an 80 watt charger. Lots of other differences also in terms of the camera, the looks. But do we have a winner in this segment? We always do. And we're doing Market Watch after a very long time. A cool charger and a Realme smartwatch. The Stuffcool charger WC360, MagSafe compatible, 3-in-1 charger for all your Apple devices. Is this the answer to all your charging problems? And then the Realme smartwatch. It's called the Techlife R100. Cool name, but is it a cool enough device? Budget smartwatch from Realme. It's a little plasticky, but still does not look too bad. 1.32 inch display, so slightly small, 100 plus sports modes. Delivers on all fronts, but at this price point, can it take on the competition? So like I said, this is a show that is absolutely chock-a-block. And our big review today is the OnePlus 2T. Now this is a mid-year appearance in the Nord section. Same display as the Nord 2, 6.43 inches, but 90 Hz refresh rate. Nice dual stereo speakers, no IP rating, 4500 mAh battery, 80 watt charger. This is more or less the kind of combination you get. And it has an alert slider, which I think is a big deal. So should you now upgrade to this if you're looking for a phone at around 30,000 rupees?
The OnePlus Nord 2T is the latest in the company's TikTok cycle of smartphone upgrades. The mid-year refresh doesn't really push the needle forward in terms of upgrades, but presents itself as a suitable option for those on older phones. But for that, it needs to nail the essentials. Does the OnePlus Nord 2T manage that? Let's find out. The OnePlus Nord 2T is a casual upgrade to the Nord formula that OnePlus has stuck to for a bit now. You will find ample similarities between the Nord 2 and the 2T that replaces it. Suffice to say that the design plays it safe. The glass back on a black unit has an almost straight-like finish, but off-centered camera modules are far from aesthetic. The front of the phone doesn't change things up much either. The Nord 2T has the same 6.43-inch display that we first saw on the Nord 2 and includes the same 90 Hz refresh rate as well. It's not bad, but with so much of the competition offering 120Hz at standard, it comes across as a bit lackluster. Thankfully, the screen looks bright and vibrant and remains easily visible outdoors. Moreover, the default color tuning errs towards a more natural looking display. The multimedia watching experience is quite enjoyable thanks to the dual stereo speakers. The speakers are slightly imbalanced but make up for it with high quality output. Just like premium offerings from OnePlus, the Nord 2T also lacks an IP rating, so you'll definitely want to keep this one safe during the monsoons. So far not much has changed, but what has improved is the performance. When it launched, the Nord 2 was one of the fastest phones in the segment, and once again that's where OnePlus has devoted most of its resources. The OnePlus Nord 2T is powered by a Dimensity 1300 chipset, a small but noticeably upgrade over the Dimensity 1200 powering the Nord 2. The 5G ready chipset keeps things running smooth and Oxygen OS flies on the phone. There are no slowdowns anywhere in the interface and the phone is particularly good with games. It should be easy enough to max out most titles like Genshin Impact and Call of Duty. Similarly, there is a marginal upgrade to charging speeds. While the 4500 mAh battery is just about good enough for a full day of use, the 80 watt charging can now top up the phone in under 30 minutes. Convenient. That said, we'd like to see a larger 5000 mAh battery pack like those in Xiaomi phones. Coming to the cameras, the loadout is exactly the same as the Nord 2, which is to say it includes a 50 megapixel primary camera paired with an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensing shooter. The primary camera captures natural looking shots, but like most OnePlus phones, doesn't do a phenomenal job with low light detail. You will find some crushed shadows as well. That said, there's plenty of detail to be found here. The same can't be said for the ultra-wide camera that just doesn't have much resolution to start with. Over to the front-facing camera, the Nord 2T packs the same sensor as the OnePlus 10 Pro and generally does a decent job at retaining detail and white balance. Priced at 28,999 rupees, the OnePlus Nord 2T is for the most part a safe bet. It's a subtle evolution over the Nord 2 and buyers of the phone will feel no need to upgrade. However, if you've been using an older phone, the OnePlus Nord 2T is a solid choice to enter the OnePlus ecosystem.
And now let's move on to our other huge review for today, the Tecno Power 3. Now this is a big phone, but that's because it's got a 6.9-inch display and this is a full HD display. Now this is designed for gamers because the performance is great and an insane battery life, 7000 mAh at this price point, never done before. MediaTek Helio G88 processor, which means again good performance out there. Now at this price point, I think this has absolutely no competition.
Since the launch of the Tecno Power 2 last year, the company has successfully expanded its smartphone portfolio in other segments and is making a mark. Tecno recently launched the Tecno Power 3. On paper, the phone has ticked all the right boxes with its specifications and features. But does it match up to the hype? Can it stand out in an already competitive under 20k segment? We tell you in our review. It is no surprise that the Tecno Power 3 is a big bulky phone as it is designed keeping the gamer in you in mind. As the company is positioning this phone as a budget gaming device, it has added subtle touches to the phone to support that. The Pova 3 has inverted edges to place your hands comfortably while gaming. On the right side of the phone is the power lock and the fingerprint sensor. The sensor was fast to unlock the device and was running smoothly. The Tecno Power 3 is a big phone with a big display. It sports a 6.9-inch Full HD Plus display. It is one of the largest displays at this price point. It supports a 90Hz refresh rate and makes for some smooth scrolling. The display is quick to respond and there is no lag. Combined with a 180Hz touch sampling rate, the performance is nothing short of amazing. We didn't have the best experience while watching content. The colors lacked vibrancy and were on the muted side. The display has a peak brightness of 500 nits, which did make us struggle a bit to use the phone under direct sunlight. The phone comes with an IPX2 splash resistant, which protects it from drizzle and light splashes of water. The phone sports dual stereo speakers with DTS sound effects. The sound was great for watching content and listening to podcasts. The Pova 3 comes with a big, and we mean big, battery. It sports a 7000 mAh battery. This is the largest there is in this segment. We were able to easily use the phone for about 10 to 12 hours of screen time. Tecno has bundled a 33-watt charger in the box. However, it was disappointing to see that it took nearly 2 hours for the phone to go from 0 to 100%. The Tecno Power 3 is powered by the MediaTek Helio G88 processor. It comes with Android 12 out of the box. The phone comes pre-installed with bloatware. Not all the apps can be deleted or disabled. As the Tecno Power 3 is designed as a budget gaming phone, we were mighty impressed with how the phone handles itself. Playing graphic-intensive games like Call of Duty Mobile or Shadow Fight was a breeze. With the settings maxed out, the phone did not heat up while playing indoors. The haptic feedback on the device added to the gaming experience. Thanks to the company's own gaming mode, the Panther Engine 2.0 and Gaming Space 2.0, the gaming experience was smooth. The Pova 3 comes with a triple rear camera setup. It is a 50MP primary sensor, a 2MP depth sensor and an AI sensor. It comes with an 8MP selfie camera. The 50MP main camera clicks some great shots in daylight. The pictures have ample details and are sharp. However, it does struggle with the colors. The AI filter adds a tint, making it look different from the natural color. In low light conditions, the pictures lose the details and the images have noise. The 8MP front camera is where the phone shines the brightest. It takes good selfies without missing out on the details. It keeps the skin tone natural. Price starting at Rs 11,499 for the 4GB plus 64GB variant, Tecno Power 3 is a mixed bag with some hits and some misses. A large display, a massive battery and great dual speakers compensate for the average performance and the camera. If you're looking for a budget gaming phone, then you should consider the Tecno Power 3.
Now it's shootout time. The OnePlus 2T, which we've just reviewed, versus the Poco F4. We reviewed it last week, versus the Mi 11X. Now all of them have nice big screens, good refresh rate. The good part is that again, the Nord has a good processor, MediaTek Dimensity 1300. Poco F4 and Mi 11X are powered by Snapdragon 870. So a lot of power out there. Good battery on all the devices, some really fast charging. But which one stands out? Which is the best bang for buck?
As the battle for mid-range dominance continues, every smartphone brand is trying to up the stakes with either performance, imaging, battery life or design, often a combination of all of them. But which one is the best of them all? Joining the competition this week is the latest OnePlus Nord 2T. Does it have what it takes to compete against the best of the best? We pit the Nord 2T against the Poco F4 and Mi 11X, some of the best phones in the segment, to find out. Looks matter and it all starts with the design. All three phones make use of Gorilla Glass 5 back, but the look and feel differs quite a bit. Both the Nord 2T and Mi 11X offer a more curved and ergonomic feel, while the Poco F4 stands out for its minimalistic look. But the differences become a bit more obvious at the front. To start with, both the Poco F4 and Xiaomi Mi 11X pull ahead of the OnePlus Nord 2T with their displays. Both phones have a larger 6.67-inch screen compared to the 6.43-inch panel on the Nord 2T. Moreover, both phones have a 120Hz refresh rate as well as support for Dolby Vision and a peak brightness level of over 1300 nits. Suffice to say, the Poco F4 and Mi 11X win this round for their extremely vibrant and bright panels. But that's not it. The differences continue over to useful additions like an IP rating. The IP53 rating on the Poco F4 ensures that it pulls ahead of the competition and stays cool and dry even under a shower. If you're buying a premium phone, you know you want performance. Here's where things get interesting. While the Nord 2T introduces the latest MediaTek Dimensity 1300 chipset, both the Poco F4 and Xiaomi Mi 11X make do with the older but still powerful Snapdragon 870 chipset. Real-world performance for all three processors is on par, though the excellent GPU performance of the Snapdragon 870 guarantees more reliable frame rates in games. Similarly, on the battery life front, all three phones are equally powerful with 4500 mAh cells, ensuring a full day of use. However, differences lie in charging speeds. The Mi 11X with its 33-watt charging just can't keep up with the other two phones. While the Nord 2T has the fastest speeds here with 80-watt support, the Poco F4 is just a minute or two behind with 67-watt charging. And finally, let's talk about cameras. All three phones have a combination of three different sensors. There's a 48 megapixel primary camera on the Nord 2T, a 64 megapixel sensor on the Poco F4, and a 48 megapixel shooter on the Mi 11X. The camera on the Mi 11X was no slouch when it launched, but it lacks the sheer resolution of the other two cameras on our list. Both the Nord 2T and Poco F4 excel at outdoor photography and manage to capture contrast-rich shots. There are a few differences in how the phones approach imaging, and the Nord 2T has a tendency to crush shadows a bit, which is an issue common to OnePlus phones. On the ultra-wide front, all three phones are a bit lackluster and the 8 megapixel resolution does them no favors. Finally, while the depth sensor of the Nord 2T doesn't really do too much, the Poco F4 replaces it with a 2 megapixel macro camera. The star of the show, however, is the 5 megapixel telemark shooter on the Mi 11X that manages to capture phenomenal close-ups. If that's what you prefer to choose, that's really just one choice. All in all, the three phones prove that there is no such thing as a bad phone. However, both the Poco F4 and the Nord 2T pull ahead of the Mi 11X by offering a slightly better, more modern package. Our pick would be the Poco F4 for its better display, IP rating and slightly better camera. But if you prefer the cleaner interface of the Nord 2T, you can't go wrong with that either.
Let's take a quick break right now. On the Cell Guru Show, when we come back, lots more happening. Now let's move on to Market Watch. A very cool new charger and a budget smartwatch is what we're about to review for you. Stuffcool comes up with a 3-in-1 MagSafe compatible charger, and Realme comes up with a budget smartwatch. And by the way, what a name they've kept for it, Techlife.
If you live in the Apple ecosystem, you know exactly how many chargers you need to carry around for your iPhone, Apple Watch and even AirPods. Yes, it can get pretty messy, but Stuffcool's latest charger might be just the solution you need to reduce all that clutter on your desk. The Stuffcool WC360 wall charger is a MagSafe compatible charger that includes slots for both your AirPods as well as an Apple Watch in addition to your phone. The compact charger lets you connect your iPhone 12 or 13 series phone directly using the integrated magnets. The accessory can comfortably serve as a desk stand too. Charging via MagSafe is capped at 7.5 watt, which is half as fast as using an official MagSafe charger. So it would be best to use the W360 as an overnight charger, or if you keep your phone plugged in on your desk all day. The dedicated 2 watt and 3 watt charging spots on the accessory ensure that they don't slow down your iPhone's charging speeds either. Stuffcool is even building in an 18 watt charger and USB cable so that you are ready to go out of the box. Priced at 4,990 rupees, Stuffcool is a pricey accessory, but if you're looking for one-stop solution for all your charging needs, it doesn't get much better than this. Budget fitness bands rule the market of wearables, but larger fitness watches have quickly started to enter the segment as well as to give tough competition to the likes of the popular Xiaomi Mi Band. Realme's latest, the Techlife Watch R100, is one such fitness watch that claims to be smart enough for all your needs without breaking into your budget. Realme has opted for a modern-looking design with the R100. The materials are mostly plastic, but from a distance the watch looks surprisingly premium. The 1.32-inch circular display is sharp, and the 450 nits of brightness go a long way towards making it visible outdoors. On the underside, you'll find the casual range of sensors like a heart rate sensor, SpO2 monitor, and Pova pins for charging. As a fitness watch, the Techlife R100 excels and gives users over 100+ sports mode. We tested it for running, walking, aerobics, and more. The onboard metrics were fairly accurate, though the watch had a tendency to slightly overcount steps. The addition of an IP68 rating means that you can take the watch for a swim as well. While you can't really install apps on the watch, it does ship with integrated Alexa support that make it ideal for firing away questions or even controlling your smart home with your wrist. And to control all the features, the Techlife R100 pairs up with an app on your phone that can synchronize all your fitness metrics and lets you select watch faces directly from the comfort of your phone. But the Realme Techlife R100 has one more trick up its sleeve. It has a built-in speaker and microphone to take calls. The speaker is plenty loud, and while we don't recommend taking private calls in public, the function works just as advertised. Finally, battery life is excellent at 7 days, and topping up the charge takes just 2 hours. The Realme Techlife R100 is priced at 3,699, making it one of the most affordable options in the segment. Moreover, it is one of the rare examples of a product that isn't just affordable but delivers all that it promises.
That then was the Cell Guru Show with me, Rajiv Makni. As always, I got you great stuff today, only to promise you even better stuff next week. See you then.